हेलो दोस्तों, दिस इज भारत कुमार एंड यू आर वाचिंग माय चैनल निर्मल इन्फो अपडेट्स।
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left.
New Delhi should dare not make such a blunder because Islamabad knows how to defend itself, Foreign Minister Shah Mehmood Qureshi said Monday, while responding to India's blatant threat of an airstrike on Pakistan. Let me make it clear to Amit Shah that if India made the mistake of attacking, we will give a befitting response, Qureshi said. If India attacks, there will be an immediate response. The foreign minister emphasized that India should stop making empty threats, referring to the Indian Home Minister's statement from earlier today. He said Shah's comments were irresponsible and that the world take notice. Pakistan has always talked of peace, but India is playing with the lives of innocent people, Qureshi said. Amit Shah should tell what he thinks of Ladakh. Why does India not launch a surgical strike on Ladakh? Why is the Indian media silent on the Ladakh issue? The foreign minister said the minorities in India were dissatisfied with the Prime Minister Narendra Modi-led government, but that the Bharatiya Janata Party (BJP) administration wished to shift the blame of its failures on Pakistan. India's economic conditions have worsened. India has reached the extreme in committing atrocities in Kashmir. And India wants to sabotage the Afghan peace process, Qureshi said, adding that New Delhi was threatening Pakistan to divert attention from its internal situation. Defense Minister Rajnath Singh on Monday described the talks with China to resolve the border situation as positive and said that under no circumstances India's honor and pride would be compromised. In his first comments after the two countries held lieutenant general level talks on the border situation at Ladakh, Singh said it has been agreed that talks are the way to resolve the current tussling future disputes, but under no cost would India let its self-respect be impacted. Speaking to BJP workers from Maharashtra at a virtual rally, the defense minister attacked opposition leaders who have been raising the China issue, saying they should have confidence in the abilities of Indian armed forces and assured that he would give a resounding response on the floor of parliament. When two nations have a dispute, we all need to be together. They, opposition, should have confidence on the army of the nation. I cannot imagine how they are making comments on national security, he said. Singh said it has always been India's policy to not show aggression towards its neighbors, but it would also never tolerate any attack on its self-respect, assuring that the border dispute with China would be resolved through engagements at the military and diplomatic level. We have been having diplomatic and military level talks, he said. On June 6 we had very positive, LTN level, talks. India and China have agreed that the current tussling future border situations need to be resolved through talks and we will continue to do that. The defense minister on Monday took stock of the border situation at Ladakh at a high-level meeting with Chief of Defense Staff General Bipin Rawat and the three service chiefs. China had signaled a willingness to de-escalate matters along the line of actual control, LAC, at Saturday's meeting of top military officials at Chushul, agreeing to hold further conversations among local commanders to find a way to ease tensions, as reported by ET. India, however, remains cautious as reports came in on Sunday that China had beefed up its military presence in the area. Chinese media outlet Global Times reported that several thousand soldiers were moved in few hours through a special maneuver last month. The Indian Army too has beefed up its numbers in Ladakh, deploying several thousand soldiers, artillery and armor to the areas of potential conflict. India is working on two key roads near the China border in eastern Ladakh, the site of a tense weeks-long border standoff with its northern neighbor, to provide connectivity to an important forward area that the military calls Subsector North, SSM, two senior officers familiar with the developments said on Monday. While the first is the strategic Dargshiat-Dorlik-Begoldi (DSDBO) road that provides connectivity to the country's northernmost outpost, Dorlik-Begoldi, the second road being built from Sasona to Sasarla could eventually provide an alternative route to DBO near the Karakoram Pass, said one of the two officers. The Sasoma-Sasarla road accesses southwest of DBO. Both projects are being executed by the Border Roads Organization, BRO, which is ferrying 11,815 workers to areas near the China border in Ladakh, Himachal Pradesh and Uttarakhand for building strategic roads, as first reported by Hindustan Times on May 31. India is not allowing the border confrontation with China to hinder strategic road projects in forward areas, including the Ladakh sector, where soldiers of the two nations are eyeball to eyeball at 4 locations along the line of actual control, LAC, said the second officer cited above. The current Chinese troop buildup in the Galwan Valley threatens the critical 255 km DSDBO road, also known as the SSN road, and top experts and China watchers have argued that India should build an alternative road to DBO. The road from Sasoma to Sasarla, at a height of almost 17,800 feet, is a tough project that falls under Hardness Index -3, the BRO's topmost classification for hard projects, the second official added. Experts believe that the road can be extended to Rangsa, Murgo and eventually DBO in the long term. BRO officials weren't available for a comment. There's a 200% need to have an alternative road to DBO in subsector north. The DSDBO road can be interdicted at several choke points by Chinese forces during hostilities. While the road from Sasoma to Sasarla can connect with DBO, it will be an engineering challenge due to the terrain. It may require construction of a tunnel too, said Lieutenant General B.S. Jaiswal, retired, a former Northern Army commander. HT reported on May 27 that if the DSDBO project is blocked, the Indian Army will be forced to use aerial supply lines and also build an arduous alternative route linking Sasoma to Murgo to DBO through the glaciated Sasarla. 2 years ago, the BRO said the Sasoma-Sasarla road would be the world's first measurable glaciated road. Lieutenant General D.S. Heta, retired, also a former Northern Army commander, said the construction of Sasoma-Sasarla road in the glaciated terrain posed a huge challenge, especially in the final patches near Sasarla. If we can build this road and further connect it to DBO, it could provide an alternative route during summer months. However, the all-weather DSDBO road will remain very important for the Army, Heta said. The Defense Ministry told Parliament's Standing Committee on Defense last year that the Sasoma-Sasarla road was a challenging project because of its peculiarities. Due to peculiarity of formation and shifting of moraines, the road suffers continuous shifting resulting in various gradients. The Central Road Research Institute has been approached for providing solution and the proposal based on CRRI recommendation is being prepared, the ministry told the panel. Amid the border standoff, top officials said the BRO would complete all 61 strategic roads assigned to it along the China border by December 2022 for swifter mobilization of troops and stores to forward areas. A day after the External Affairs Ministry said that India and China will continue military and diplomatic contacts to resolve the border standoff, Defense Minister Rajnath Singh met the Chief of Defense Staff and the 3 service chiefs and reviewed the situation along the disputed border in the Ladakh sector. An hours-long meeting on Saturday between a delegation led by Lieutenant General Harinder Singh, commander of lead-based 14 Corps, and a Chinese delegation headed by Major General Yu Lin, commander of the South Xinjiang military region, at Moldo on the Chinese side of the LAC, ended without a breakthrough. The External Affairs Ministry said the meeting took place in a cordial and positive atmosphere and both sides agreed to work towards peacefully resolving the situation. In the first official acknowledgement of a troop buildup along the disputed border with China, Singh last week said a significant number of Chinese troops were present along the LAC and the Indian Army had matched the neighbors' military moves. China has marshaled close to 5,000 soldiers and deployed tanks and artillery guns on its side of the disputed border in the Ladakh sector, where India has also sent military reinforcements, as reported by HT on May 26. The situation of the ground remains unchanged in the midst of efforts to break the stalemate, said officials. They added that increased Chinese air activity had been observed on the other side of the LAC during the last few days.